Hello and welcome to the Real Show with Andreasbatakis. As you know, for this season so far, Toronto is my studio. And when I say Toronto, I mean the whole city. So we're sitting here today in front of Riverdale Park, which is one of my favorite places in Toronto. Not only because it has a nice racetrack, not only because it has some nice stuff that you can come and do your exercise, but I just like the feeling that you are looking at the trees and at the same time you can almost reach the city of Toronto. Can you see me holding CN Tower there? Can you? Anyways, I have a very special show for you today. With me, I have a guest. I have Elisseos Kyrillou. Elisseos, welcome. Nice to see you too. So I've mentioned before that at the Real Show, I want to keep it real. And I have a personal interest in arts, and I have obviously a personal interest in business development. And Elisseos has both those elements. So I brought here Elisseos today because I believe that he has an interesting story to tell.
I think so too, and I'm so excited actually, because it's also my favorite place in Toronto. It's here because that's the nature of the city, and looking forward to see what we have.
So I'll tell you what I have in store for you. So one of the reasons that I invited you and I wanted you to be part of the show is because I want to tell you your story. I want you to share how it all started. And just to give some context, I know that you came here, but you're not born in Canada. So you actually came from another country. Yes. Over here. You have started your own company, your own production company named 10 Productions. And during the past 3 years, it's a very successful record. So I want to take a step back and you tell me, how did you ever decide to move to Canada? Because you were originally from Cyprus, right?
Correct, yes.
So what made you come here?
It's many reasons actually, and the first, actually before I moved to Cyprus, I was living in Greece for 10 years.
Okay.
I was working in the same industry as a freelancer. Last moment that I decided to move to Canada. So when I was thinking about where to move, and I was thinking about to go to Germany, and I did my research. I went for a while in Germany. I was starting learning the language as well. So
okay.
Yes, and then when things turned differently, and an opportunity came up, and it was in Canada, I said no to myself, no, that's a calling, and I just follow the path. And it was weird because at the same moment I was thinking to start looking for a different country because I was struggling with the language.
Okay.
It's a really hard language. The German language, of course. It became really nice.
I actually tried to learn German at some point, didn't work out.
Don't do it, don't try that.
I gave up early, I'm afraid. So when you came here, out of curiosity, how many people did you know? You moved into Toronto, how many people did you know when you came?
Just one.
One person?
One person, it was enough.
One?
Just one person.
Okay, so hold on. How did you get from knowing that one person?
Well, knowing the specific person, it was the reason that we created some productions, basically.
Okay.
And we've met through common friends, let's say, and we keep, communication for a long time. And then I decided to come to Toronto, and at the beginning I thought it was just a dream. Sorry, just remember the question.
The question is, how did you end up having your own production company when you only knew one person in Toronto? Like this is one of the things I love about Canada, that you can come no matter where you're from, and you can just create anything as long as you put your mind to it. But how did it work for you? That's what I'm curious.
Well, it just happened suddenly, to be honest. I didn't plan to.
Okay.
It was just my first month in the city, and my partner in crime, he was talking to me about the script that he wrote, and he wants to give it away to give it to somebody else to put it up.
Okay.
And then the moment that he told me that, I was just like, wait a minute, what I'm doing here?
Yeah, you had all of the experience back in Greece and Cyprus, right? As a producer and so on.
And then when he said that, wait, we should put that show together. Why you just give it away to somebody else? Let's try to do it together.
And that was the spark. That's how it started.
It was just for one night, let's say.
And that's how it started.
Yeah.
So what about the risk? What about the fear? Didn't you feel like I'm starting something new, nobody knows me, and I'm gonna produce an original play. So from the little contact I have with people here in theater and in this business anyway, as well in the arts areas, I know that putting up a play is a challenge in itself. Now, putting on a play and promoting it when it's an original play is even a bigger challenge. And I'm gonna say this as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not only you put up an original play with a brand new production company that you were just setting up, but also the play wasn't even in English.
Yes, that's correct. Everything was new.
Okay.
Of course, it was a risk. Of course, it was a challenge. But at that point, because we didn't have the time to think about any of this, any of the risk, any of the challenges. We just our goal is because when you're involved in artistry, I think those concerns is not a serious concern for you.
Okay.
Because your mind is just all over the place.
Right.
Just doing random stuff, and you just create, and that creativity push the walls of the fear and the challenges. That was the reason probably. Probably that's the key of the success as well.
That you were just focused and passionate.
Yeah.
And you didn't care about the risks at the time.
No.
You just wanted to make it happen.
Yeah, we had the material, we had the script at that point, and then on top of the script we were still building stuff. And our main focus was to put up the play. That's it. We didn't have the time, let's say, to think about. We didn't have the ability, because when you deal with artists, it's let's say the most weird people to work with. I don't consider myself as an artist. I'm the productive tool of the production company.
Okay.
But when you're working with artists, it's really complicated.
So how was the challenge business development wise, right? That you had this broad company, brand new, this product, this play was brand new. How difficult was it for you to promote it and get people attracted to it and think of numerous ways how to make it known and so on? What was the secret that made it successful? Because it was successful. I know at the time, did it feel at times like things were falling apart? Did you feel like the stress was just taking over?
Of course it has, because now we are in a productive mood, and you're reminding me some stuff that I'm going through now.
Okay.
It's always stressful, and it's always no time for whatever you do in this kind of industry, let's say. The challenges was to convince the people around you what you're doing.
Okay.
To step up and be heard.
Right.
For people that they don't know you, right? So you have to knock the doors basically and talk to people and tell them who you are. You have to introduce yourself.
Door knocking. I know one or two things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a challenge, because people, when they don't know you, they don't have the time for you in the beginning. And it's always you have to introduce yourself, whatever you do. But every year you have to do that. You have to introduce yourself. I think that's the biggest challenge.
So you have to have a good elevator speech, right? That's what they
Yes.
call it, right? Okay. To present yourself in a professional and a positive manner. So it all worked out. Now you are on the third production, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Right? So which is an upcoming production. So far you have focused on a niche market, let's say. All the plays are Greek.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So have you ever thought of doing a play in English or putting up an English production and not the Greek-speaking production so that you can have a wider audience?
Of course we are thinking, we thought about it, but I think now it's not the time yet for us, because we feel like we have a lot of things to give and deliver through the Greek language. And I think the Greek theater is not just for Greeks; it's just for everybody because it's the main form of art from the very first moment the humans they start creating art.
Yes.
It's the first form of art, the theater. So I believe that many people that we have also people that in our audience every year that they don't know the language.
Huh.
And
How does that work?
That's the most impressive thing because they are so impressed with the Greek language and the Greek culture, and they're so curious to see how it's a Greek drama because they heard about the Greek drama, they learn about the Greek language and the Greek history in the schools. So they want to live the experience. It's like the Italian opera. You don't know Italian, but you just go and you just get the emotions, right? It's the same thing in the theater.
That's amazing. So what do? Do you give to the people that they don't know Greek? Do they give them a summary of the play so they can understand what it's all about before they watch it, or?
I think that's the most easiest solution to do. We thought about from the very first year to do kind of a subtitles in the theater, but then it's not difficult. It's easy to do it. We did our research about it, but I think it's the most the magic of it is just to get the emotions. But we have also an option for people who want to know the synopsis of the play. Half an hour before the play, the director of the show comes out and meet with the people and give them a small summary of the play.
This is fantastic. This is what I love about the art. So people are just taken away, even when they don't know the language. And I loved the opera example. That's a great example, actually. So they can actually come and watch it, and they suck all the raw emotions that the actors are putting on stage, and they get the story without actually knowing what they're saying.
And that's our goal, actually, because if they don't, that means we didn't did well.
Nice. Well, you're putting the bar pretty high up for yourselves.
We have to.
So what's where from here? So you have your third production, which is actually premiering at Alumni Theatre on the 22nd of November. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right or am I right? I'm
You're right.
Okay. 10toneproductions.com if anybody is interested for tickets. And what's your vision though? Now it's the third year that you have this company. Where do you go from here?
My vision is really short.
What? Is there something wrong with your vision? You need my glasses?
Probably I would need in a while.
Yeah.
But because we are so focused every year for the project that we are putting up in the specific year.
Okay.
I think we have some things on our mind for the next years that they will come. But now our focus is on this new play. I don't call it a theatrical play. I call it a theatrical experience. Because we combine some different elements in this play. And
Sounds intriguing. Yeah, go on.
It is intriguing, and it's really interesting for us because we are trying to open new ways of theatrical experience. Let's say again, there's some word which I like it, and I think people they're gonna be really surprised.
I'm glad to hear it.
And of course, we have a vision for the years to come to be creative. Our main goal is to continue to be creative because that's the key for us to continue putting on theatrical plays and not only theatrical plays.
I love it. That sounds very interesting, and you'll keep us posted, okay?
Of course, I
keep
will.
us posted, and you can always come back to the real show, and we can talk some more. But what I want to summarize from our discussion that I like is, and I can identify for obvious reasons, that I know this may sound a little bit stereotypical, but it's so true, right? You came to Canada from another country. You had an idea and a passion. You turned that idea and passion into business that you're actually thoroughly enjoying without knowing anybody here. So it's funny how people that they've never been in Canada or they've never lived here, they keep talking in Europe for the American dream. I mean, how many times during your years there you hear about the American dream, right?
You heard a lot about the American dream in the movies, the most of it. Right?
Exactly. And they never talk about the Canadian dream. And it seems that here, if you put your mind, you can make anything happen.
Yes, if you're a hard worker, you can do anything. That's my That's my slogan. Let's say, if you work hard, you can do whatever you want to do. Just the keyword is focus as well.
Focus. Okay.
And can I say something else?
Of course you can.
Because I have to write a bio, let's say again this year for the show program. I was trying to think ways that what I should write again this year to be different, and I was trying to think that something unique again. And I was thinking myself again because I was considering all those years what to do in my life, what I should choose as a job, what's a career that sounds even better. And I remember myself as a kid, I was doing the same thing. And then I just realized that after 33 years of my life.
Okay, you gotta tell us a story from where you were a kid. What were you doing when you were a kid?
No, I remember myself in the school, I was planning small workshops, small theatrical acts. And I just realized that a few days ago that I was doing that. And I was really surprised because we all know from a very young age what we want to do, but we don't know the words to express what we want.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that notion that
It's never too late to realize that.
it's never too late. It's never too late. No, that's great. Eliseo, it's been a pleasure.
Mine was the biggest pleasure.
Thank you very much for coming to the Real Show. Guys, stay tuned in because next week I'm gonna have a Halloween special.
Ooh, interesting.
Or should I say a Halloween special? Too much?
No. Just say trick or treat.
Trick or treat. See you next week.